Right now, if you go to MEXC, make a VIP account, the link in the description, half price trading fees, and you can deposit and trade to earn up to $20,000. I want to thank everybody for watching Crypto Revolution. We talk about everything crypto almost daily, jumping right into the market. Today in crypto, Bitcoin got rejected again on the daily time frame. Remember, the 200 SMA is coming in here, acting as resistance. Also, you've got the 200 weekly SMA just above, and this mid-range resistance level. All the sellers are stacked right here. Bitcoin hasn't been able to push through, and we've seen Ethereum take a dive on this pullback. We'll talk about Ethereum in just a second as well. But I've got some huge BlackRock news that has to do with an ETF approval, actually mass ETF approvals being possible. And we'll get to that near the end of the video, so make sure and stay tuned all the way to the end. But Bitcoin on the daily needs, if you want more upside, you want to run up here to $31,000 Bitcoin, the bulls have got to flip $28,000 level. Flip and hold it, right? Definitely don't want to see Bitcoin lose this support level at about 27,100. You've got a rising channel, and we'll go to the 4-hour chart real quick, and you can see we talked about another push higher being possible for Bitcoin, and it was short-lived. Got the push higher and then rejected. So you weren't able to break this key resistance level on this second attempt at a move higher. So again, Bitcoin bulls need to come in, jump in here, and push this price higher in order to save the market from downside out of Bitcoin. I've got some amazing shout outs to give in my leverage trading group, killing it in the spot trading group as well. We nailed WLD for 104%, 84%, 81%, 57%, OGN for 320%, 162, 103, 98%. We're nailing the bangers. Listen, email me, cryptobitcoinchris@gmail.com. We've got the cheapest prices ever in the history of the groups. You get $100 off or $200 off plus 60% off. Just send me an email, cryptobitcoinchris@gmail.com. We'll get you set up in the group. But again, leverage is killing it. We just nailed LPT, combo, AGLD, STPT for huge gains in the spot group. So again, great to see the success. Ethereum had the pullback that we don't want to see out of Bitcoin, but you had this fake out to the upside, and then the bulls got rejected very hard at the resistance level $1,730, and now back into the pattern. So this nullifies ideas where you're moving back to the upside, at least initially, for Ethereum. So Ethereum needs to catch some bids to stop this downside order flow. If you look at the RSI, you've got this rising channel on the RSI. So a break to the downside on this rising channel would be very bad for the price of Ethereum. Coming down here and testing the support around 1,500, which must hold, and you'd hope for some bullish divergence to be printed and upside ideas as far as that holding for the bulls. But very important to, again, one thing that we talked about previously was Bitcoin dominance, and Bitcoin dominance is very bullish, right? You had this previous very long trading range from May of 2021. Now Bitcoin dominance starting basically retested the previous, which this was resistance, and now it's support, and you've seen a bounce out of Bitcoin dominance. You could run up here to 58% Bitcoin dominance, which normally is bad for altcoins, right? Because Bitcoin becomes 58% of the entire market cap. That means 42% of the market cap is altcoins. So there's a couple scenarios that could play out here where if Bitcoin takes off to the upside, it'll drag altcoins higher, right? But not at the same rate where you'd see like an exponential price rise out of the altcoins. You want to see the best case scenario for altcoins is if this at some point starts to trend lower, right? If this does continue its upside move, when it does trend lower, you get crazy altcoin trading. It's very easiest money you can make is when this thing is trending lower, right? So altcoin seasons happen when Bitcoin dominance is getting crushed. BlackRock insider primes crypto for a huge $17.7 trillion Wall Street earthquake that could be about to hit the price of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. So this was an insider leak. Former BlackRock managing director, he's saying it's only a matter of months until the United States SEC approves a long-awaited Bitcoin spot ETF. Again, former BlackRock managing director. So he's got some inside sources. He's saying green light for $17.7 trillion worth of assets blasting into this market. What does that do to the price of Bitcoin? If you just have a small percentage, 1% even, the entire market just takes off. But was stated that the SEC will probably approve all the Bitcoin spot ETF applications, like we talked about, at the same time, because they don't want to give anybody a first mover advantage. BlackRock comes in late to the party, right? You've had Bitcoin spot ETFs. I've seen Bitcoin spot ETFs filed for years and years and years, right? It just hasn't played out. So now they've got a huge group of spot ETFs that could get approved. And this gentleman, Stephen Schofield, who is former BlackRock managing director, says, hey, they're just going to approve them all at the same time. And they're giving the SEC 3 to 6 months until it approves a Bitcoin spot ETF. So up only is coming for Bitcoin and crypto. Just keep pushing, hang in there. Like, there's a cloud of uncertainty around Justin Sun and Huobi. Shout out to Dylan LeClaire on Twitter. So remember, Justin Sun acquired a controlling stake in Huobi, which he named it HTX, quite similar to FTX. We all know what happened to FTX. But Huobi had 1.5 billion USDT deposits at the time. And so now the summer deposited USDT funds started getting replaced by STUSDT. This substitution has been largely unnoticed by Huobi users. But essentially, Justin Sun is claiming he's investing in real world assets to get the STUSDT, right, to create a percentage gain. And he's saying he's buying things like treasury bills, he's buying debt. And so there's actually a percentage yield on this STUSDT. But there's a lot, you can follow the on-chain swaps with this, and there's definitely a lot of funny business out of Justin Sun that Dylan LeClaire goes in deep detail. The STUSDT, 8% of Huobi's reserves on July the 1st. Now, Sun-linked tokens, right? So STUSDT, Sun-linked tokens, made up 60% of Huobi's reserves on September the 15th. The guy is just printing money out of thin air. And he's saying, oh, he's got all these income mechanisms where he's investing and he's gaining percentage yield on this. And it looks like a bunch of nonsense. And so the question is, will we see the next Black Swan event? A lot of people are calling for Huobi to be the next huge exchange to completely fail. And so, again, this is something that we have to pay attention to. Obviously, the last thing we need in crypto is another Sam Bankman-Fried. On top of this, Binance's relationship with TUSD has been curious. And how are these exchanges tied together? But he definitely brings and paints a very good picture of what could be possible if we see this black storm cloud erupt into a bunch of damage to the crypto market. So a real interesting chart is looking at this TUSD outstanding supply and the timing of the largest mints. So the largest mints, if we'll zoom in on this, you'll see that the largest mints, where when essentially Bitcoin needs to be bought up, right? So every time you saw these huge, massive dips out of Bitcoin, you saw the TUSD outstanding supply pump crazy, right? So now you've got to wonder, are Binance and Huobi in on this together? It's just a balancing act where you've seen some unreliable, shady things going on, and it doesn't surprise me. To sum this up, Justin Sun is creating a web of deception, Dylan stated, in order to siphon USD liquidity out of crypto using a multitude of fake stablecoins, and could be a fraud. He even said he is a fraud. CZ is embracing TUSD despite it being very suspect. So this is ominous and reeks of desperation. TUSD minting patterns during sell-offs have to be noted, right? I mean, you see all the TUSD getting printed, buying up Bitcoin when the market capitulates or just dumps, right? Huobi users are getting out of USDT into another asset, and they're withdrawing immediately. So it's no wonder that the chief strategy officer for Circle is saying that the crypto ecosystem is blatantly counterfeiting USD. And this has been going on forever, right? These exchanges, they print their stable coins, their own stable coins. There's so many ways that they can counterfeit USD and we've seen the results of these exchange coins. Think about it. How does Justin Sun make up a coin, STUSDT, and then just start swapping it out? Like, he's printing his own money. Like, governments do it and it's okay because we have no choice. But when this is going on, and I was talking to somebody the other day about it, you can't just print money. Like, it's bad for the entire money supply. You can't just print stable coins. It is bad for the stablecoin supply, period. Right? And now you got shady characters involved, Justin Sun at the top of the list. And so, again, just something I wanted to bring to your attention, to pay attention to. If you guys like the content that I provide on a daily basis, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment in the comment box. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow.